What's going on, Aces? Welcome back to the channel. I hope that you guys are having a wonderful Wednesday afternoon. So I'll be sure and Kimora Simmons have been going back and forth on Instagram after Quincy posted a picture of his late mother, Kim Porter. And I'm sitting here like, what is going on? Y'all out here being messy, messy. I feel like ever since Diddy went into prison, things have just been spiraling with that whole family. And I feel bad for the kids, to be honest. Like, that's who I really feel bad for. And I know Quincy's grown, but I feel bad for him. I feel bad for Christian, Justin. You know, they had to go through that whole thing with the FBI, the Homeland Security raids. I feel bad for the twins. They don't have either parent. And I also feel bad for baby Love, right? Because their legacy, unfortunately, in the public, is attached to their fathers, good, bad, or indifference. Like, the kids should not pay for the sins of the father. But it looks like they are. So let's go ahead and get into this story because MSN, which is crazy, it blows my mind how some of these, network and mainstream media sources are focusing on Instagram beefs. but but this is what they write. So they say that Albie Shore recently took to Instagram to address comments made by Kimora Simmons regarding his connection with the late Kim Porter, sparking intense online reactions. In his post published Monday, November 18th, Albie Shore shared private messages exchanged with Porter to provide context and defend his relationship with her, particularly as it pertained to his son, Quincy. He says, and I did a screenshot. I know it's small, so I'll read it. It says, Miss Kimberly Porter and Albie Shore's DMs. He's addressing Kimora because after Quincy posted this picture of him and Kim, he says, here's a rare photo of me, my mom, and my dad. Albie Shore says that he's the one behind the camera taking the picture. And Kimora, she wrote, now Quincy, basically saying like, don't be messy. But Al, I think he got in his feelings a little bit because he has been, pretty much an absentee father. Diddy has raised Quincy for most of his life. So this is what Al writes in response to Kimora's comment. He is so messy. He said, Mrs. Kimora Lee, Buckley, Simmons, Perkins, Lesnar, Hounsou should choose her words carefully when addressing Mr. Albie Shore. It would be wise for her to express kindness, gratitude, or refrain from comment altogether. Please refer to the screenshots of Kimberly's DMs exchanges, which have now been deleted from her account and disconnected from Albie's. He says, no matter what tactics are taken to hide the fact, the true story of it all will finally be revealed, whether it's related to you, my brother, manager Andre Harrell, an old colleague, and Mr. Russell Simmons. In the connection of Albie Shore, he says, if it makes the cutting room floor, I remain silent and classified about a great deal. It's ironic that you wait until 2024 to pop into my son Quincy's tribute post to his amazing mother and refer to Albie Shore as a liar regarding his personal photos we shared from my collection upon Kim's request. He says, no, I did misrepresent that she had a fire in her home when it was actually a flood, as stated in the screenshot. It might be more beneficial for you to address author Chris Todd directly, who has published edited works given to him by one or more Kim's close friends. Post Kim's unaliving that presents stories about you, including the non existent calculated fiction about Sean and I, who have only had contact with each other in the past 30 years in a lobby of the Netflix building in LA to support Quincy right before Kim's untimely passing. Whoever gave Todd fake information set him up by adding my name to the nonsense to further discredit me, all because I will be opening a full investigation into her death and all who have been working together to cover up alleged crimes. Back to my day job, which is caring for my mother, who is in hospice care with stage 4 cancer, and I've committed to advocating for equity in this fractured healthcare system for Black and Brown, patients while maintaining a healthy lifestyle after surviving death and several attempts on my life over the past 2.5 decades, including my forced silence. Check for the latest following up servicing to Chris Todd and Amazon. So the screenshots revealed a heartfelt relationship between Albie Shore and Kim Porter, emphasizing their mutual love and respect for Quincy. In one message from 2016, Porter asked Albie Shore for baby pictures of Quincy and Christian, sharing that she had lost all of them in a house flood. Kim writes, "Send me some. I lost all my baby photos of him and Christian when my house flooded," she wrote. Albie Shore, who's born Albert Joseph Brown III, responded warmly, promising to find and send her the pictures. He later reflected on Quincy's potential, writing, "It's always been his destiny, mommy." So those are the exchanges on IG. The exchange highlighted Porter's pride in Quincy's accomplishments. She expressed her belief in her son's future stardom, saying, "Q is going to blow up after this show. He's so good. The camera loves his beautiful face." Now, Quincy is handsome. I'll give him that. I mean, both his parents are gorgeous. So that's definitely for sure. Um, you can't take that away from him. Albie Shore, who's now 56, reciprocated her sentiments, sharing his admiration for his son's growth and accomplishments. After the screenshot from 2018 showed Albie Shore reminiscing about Porter, or with Porter, about their past, with the two referring to their shared memories as the good old days, he also shared an image of himself with Quincy as a baby, captioned by Porter on Instagram, and it says, "These two born on the same day, June 4th. What a blessing. God is good." Albie Shore's Instagram post defended the authenticity of his bond with Porter while dismissing suggestions from Kimora Lee Simmons that he was being untruthful. I'm sorry. It's just like they're in their 50s and they're being so messy on IG. Oh man. Um, and then the article just rereads his caption, calling her by all of her last names. Al is super messy. Um, let me skip down a little bit on this article. So he said he concluded the caption by declaring that he is returning. Okay, he's going back to care for his mother, which I pray that his mother gets better. And while many supporters, Albie Shore is providing receipts, not receipts. That's what I mean. Like, this is an MSN column. It's hilarious. To back his claims, others criticized the Night and Day singer for sharing such personal conversations. One user commented, "The messages from you and Mrs. Porter are private and should remain private. Showing this is extremely tacky." Still, many rallied behind him, sending prayers for his mother, who was in hospice care. Yeah, I pray for her too. I hope that she gets better. And commending his commitment to uncovering the truth about Porter's death. The Boston native's post comes days after Quincy took to his Instagram to celebrate her life of the sixth anniversary of her passing. He shared a throwback photo of him and Porter with the caption, "Here's a rare photo of me and my mom and dad. I miss you every day." So that's when Kimora Lee, who's 49, replied in the comment section. She put, "Now Quincy, just being messy." Here's the thing. Al saying that he's the one who took that picture. I don't know. Who knows, right? Only him and Quincy knows. And Kim, may she rest in peace. But I don't think that that's what Quincy was referring to. I could be wrong. And I feel like, Kimora was trying to, just kind of like soften the blow a little bit. I feel like, of course, Al is probably saddened, right? I feel like a lot of men who, I can't even speak for a lot of men, but from what I've heard and I've observed over the years, fathers who are not present in their children's lives for whatever reason tend to regret it later on in life, right? I don't know if you guys saw that clip with Denzel. He's on his, promotional tour for Gladiator 2, But he said to one of the journalists, the young journalist, I think she was an aspiring actress, he told her, he said, the first part of your life you learn, and the second part of your life you earn, and the third part and final part of your life you return. And I thought that was so wise. And I feel like a lot of men, once they, get into those latter years, they're trying to look to return wisdom and guidance, and but you can't do that if you haven't been present in your child's life, unfortunately. And so I feel like Quincy he's hurting. He has to be hurting. I mean, his mother's gone, she's passed on. Diddy's behind bars, and now I'll be sure he's trying to make up for lost times, but it's difficult when you're coming in. I think Quincy's in his 30s. I think he's like 31 or something. And, it just, he may not feel like it's authentic, but I thought that picture was really funny. But and Kimora's response was was messy. I will say I'm glad that Kimora is there for the twins, and I hope that she's there for all the children as well, as much as she can be. I know she has her own daughters as well, but this is just a difficult time for the entire family. Um, I hope they find like a good counselor, maybe like a family therapist that they can talk to about all of this, because it cannot be easy living all of this in the public eye. And my heart really does go out to Quincy and all of his siblings. I think Christian has his own case pending, if I'm not mistaken. So I'm really hoping that he's not following in his father's footsteps, because he does look like the spitting image of Diddy. So I hope that he can, get out of that shadow of the negative aspects of Diddy's legacy. But yeah, man, it's difficult. Quincy just posting a picture, and it just caused a firestorm. But anyway, you guys, let me know your thoughts. What do you think about what Quincy said? Do you think that the picture was like shading Al Be Sure? Or do you think that, do you believe I'll Be Sure when he said he's the one who took the picture? Because I mean, that is a good question. He said that he took the picture. They were in the parking lot of Toys R Us. He said that, Quincy couldn't wait to, have it wrapped up or in the box. He wanted to drive the car directly out of the store. So that, but then Kimora was saying that that's not true, and they're going back and forth. So I don't know. I wasn't there, but I hope that, like I said, the family can find some kind of healing and reconciliation in all the midst of this drama. I hope that Diddy, he gets the sentence that he has earned, that he deserves, and that the judge is one that is level-headed. But yeah, I don't feel like I don't think that he should be let out anytime soon. He's definitely a danger to society and himself. And even manipulating his children behind bars. That Happy Birthday song that Baby Love sang him, that they posted on social media, and that Diddy was behind that. He is such a user. Like, he will use anyone and anything to for his own means, and it's like he doesn't care about using anyone. That is the true definition of someone who has no empathy, who is a malignant narcissist, and he needs to stay right where he is. But anyway, I hope that Quincy and I'll Be Sure can grow closer, even if it is in the later years. I hope that they can find some way to heal whatever past pain there is, and that I'll Be Sure takes the steps necessary to be present in his son's life, if Quincy will allow that, right? So that's up to him. But anyway, let me know your thoughts, you guys. Please be sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and I will talk with you in the next one. Take care, aces. Bye.